Boom. Ba-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Hey, great evening to you. I'm Dr. Otto Janke, and this is our weekly webinar for April 1st, 2026. No joke. No joke. April 1st, 2026. That I use in my office often. I use in my writings often. And I love talking about it's called salutogenesis. Salutogenesis. Salutogenesis is defined, first of all, it was started by Aaron Antonovsky back in the 1970s. Its definition is a health model. Now, this is absolutely fundamental and absolutely key for you to understand. The definition is a health model focused on the origins of health rather than the origins of disease. And the key aspect of it is this. Is that pathogenesis, which is what we do in America, is that we ask the question, what causes disease? We ask that question, what causes disease, but we don't ask what can then cause health. We don't ask that question. We're always focused on the disease part. We focus on the disease part. We don't ever focus on the truly healthy part. How can I help you be as healthy as possible for decades? It's much, much different than let's treat your diseases. Dramatically different, dramatically different. Over here is where we should be. Over there is where America is. American healthcare system is based upon how can we treat those diseases. By the way, we do a fantastic job in America of treating your diseases. We do a fantastic job, fantastic job. But we focus so much on that we don't look at how we're going to help you to be healthier. We focus so much upon treating the diseases that we've bypassed how we can then help you to be healthier. The classic is this. You have someone who, say, goes through cancer, and they come on the other end of the treatments of the cancer, and they say, by the way, you won, you beat it. But we know, because I see these patients in my practice, I know that they just started the battle. Because now the body has to say, okay, what the heck just happened to me right there with all these treatments? And the body has to then recuperate, regenerate, recalibrate, get healthy. And that's really the tough part, especially after cancer. It's not just a matter of beating it in the short term. It's what you're going to do over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Honestly, if you get there, that's the tough part. Dramatically tough part. We don't talk about salutogenesis nearly enough. Not what causes disease, but what causes health. What causes health? Isn't that just a wild thing? If we just said, I'm going to ask you 2 questions about your health. I'm going to ask you 2 questions about your health. One is, what causes disease? And you'd be like, this. But then what causes health? What causes health? Why don't we do more of these things then? Why don't we do more of these things? Because if we asked what causes health, our supermarkets would change. Our supermarkets would change. In short, it's health is not binary. So it's not that you're either healthy or you're sick. It's not an even. It's not that your health. It's not that. It's this. It's not that you're healthy or you're sick. There's a continuum that you're on. This isn't an either or. It's a continuum. And I want to push you. I want to promote you towards the healthy side as much as possible. Knowing that you're going to slide into being sick sometimes. And that's not necessarily a sign of disease. It's a sign of adaptation or poor adaptation. But we aren't on our health is not a this or that. It's not an or. It's not I'm sick or I'm healthy. It's not that. There's a continuum that we're always on. A continuum that we are always on, and we're trying to push you on a regular basis, try to push you on a daily basis towards health. More and more. As I say in my practice, more better years. More better years. How can I push you lead you, coach you, encourage you, sometimes kick you in the butt to get more better years, to push you further and further towards health. Because once again, it's not an either or. It's not a I'm sick or I'm health. It's not one of the two. It's that space in between, that continuum that we're always on in life. Continuum always in life. And try to push you more and more, educate you, lead you, inspire you, sometimes kick you in the butt to push you more towards the healthy side. It's a continuum, actually is. How does it work in healthcare today? Honestly, sometimes. And why isn't it? Well, it's because you look at disease management, you look at the education that our system has for doctors. You can measure. Right now, it's easier to measure a disease than it is to measure health. I mean, you look at your physical. I had a physical a short time ago. The physical is, okay, took my weight. Okay, am I in the zone I'm supposed to be in? Am I my BMI, which is an archaic way of assessing your body? My blood pressure, is it in this range? My BMI alone, I'm a 63-year-old white male who's at 205 pounds. You're thinking, but if my BMI says I am almost morbidly obese, and I'm not. But we don't look at what qualities of health I have. And that's dramatically different. We don't look at the stress load or nervous system dysregulation or behavioral patterns. In my practice, I talk about nervous system, neural dysregulation every day. Every day. If the communication system in your body isn't tip-top, if the communication system in your body isn't functioning at its best, you can't. It's the simplest thing. I work with neural dysregulation in my practice every single day. If your nervous system isn't working at its best, you can't, regardless of symptoms. Regardless of symptoms. One of the simplest things to look at is our training in health in our medical system is heavily rooted in pathology, pharmacology, and acute care. Now we are told that you are going to be learning to live with chronic diseases. Almost the point where you aren't going to cure cancer, you're going to learn how to live with it. Well, the question I have for you is this. What can we do inside your body, with you, for you, to make your body so strong that cancer no longer wants to be there? What can we do inside your body? What can we do with you, for you? What can we do to help you unlock you so much that cancer no longer wants to be around? That's a phenomenal question, isn't it? What can we do for you? Because you didn't always have cancer. You didn't have cancer your whole life. All of a sudden you caught cancer. You don't catch cancer. It's like, holy cow, boom, caught it. No, it's not like that. What can we do with you to get you to be so strong that cancer no longer wants to be in you, growing at the rates that it was? What can we do for you? Because you didn't always have cancer. You didn't always have cancer. Now, you look at that if we went, cell by cell, that we probably all have cell by cell. There's the trillions of cells in your body, but the interesting aspect of it is that your body goes through and says, cancer cell, boom, get out of here. No, you over there, got you, boom. That one over there, boom, got you, get out of here. But you didn't always have cancer. Didn't always have this problem. You didn't always have that problem. What can we do to stack the deck in your favor? What can we do to stack the deck in your favor to make you so healthy, to help you to be so healthy that that problem is no longer a problem? How many times is that asked? No, I know, never. That's the questions we should be asking. We aren't, though. We don't. Limited. As I said, limited emphasis on lifestyle, nervous system regulation, and behavioral health integration. We don't talk about how stressed you are. So why is acute care, why is disease so much more prevalent? Why is it the study of that so much? Because it can be measured. It's tough to measure how healthy you are. And it's tough to measure how healthy you are using the same guidelines to measure how sick you are. It's difficult, I'll say it again, it's difficult to measure how healthy you are in the same guidelines, the same parameters that we measure how unhealthy you are. We don't look at that nearly enough. Many times we focus on quick fixes and symptom relief instead of that. It takes time. It takes time for you to get. Actually took time for you to be unhealthy. For some of you, it took years to become unhealthy. You didn't wake up one day and say, "My dear Lord, holy cow." No, you had the process to get there. And the absolute key is that in our healthcare system, things are done to you. In our healthcare system, to treat those diseases, things are done to you in a salutogenic method, in a salutogenic setup. You participate in your care, health care. This is critical for you to understand. And Americans will tell you they just want a quick fix. And the answer to that is bullshit. You do. You want a fix. What would you rather do? Me patch it or help you rebuild it so it doesn't happen again? Of course, the second one. You're going to want it in the time frame that the first one, but it doesn't happen that way. In our healthcare paradigm that we have in America, things are done to you in a salutogenic method. You participate in your health. It's a radically different idea. It's the only one that can work, though. And we have to go through a behavioral change also. The behavioral change is you as Americans, us as Americans, thinking that things can happen like that, and they just don't. Not true health does. It takes work. It takes time. It takes active participation. You getting up and doing stuff. You doing the stuff. Specialists operate in silos, man. They're right there. Kaboom, right there. Silos, boom, by themselves. Salutogenesis requires integration across systems. We need to have someone. It's so important in my practice that I did a talk a short time ago to a group of teachers, and I said, it was easier to take care of you 30 years ago. It's not as easy anymore. And that's just the reality. That's just the truth of it. And what we need to start integrating much, much more is how your nervous system functions, along with your immune system, along with how your lifestyle behaviors are. We need to start integrating all that much, much more. Much, much more. Pharmaceuticals and procedural models dominate funding and research. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's less financial incentive to study non-patentable interventions like lifestyle, manual care, what I do, or behavior. There's so much more money. There's billions of dollars, and to see how that one chemical is going to go from there and alter that instead of seeing if the person frickin' lived and had a happy life. So we have some ramp up to do in our healthcare. Again, our healthcare is something that is done to you instead of in a salutogenic model. In a salutogenic model, you participate in your care, your health. That means You have to go exercise and move. You have to choose the good, healthy things to eat. You have to go to sleep on a regular basis. You have to go through and have the mental rest and focus. You have to have a nervous system that's optimized. This ain't rocket surgery, but it's the stuff we need to do. It's stuff that you do. And those things are all the things that have always been shown to be effective. Those are the things that have always been shown to be effective. But you got to do them. I'm going to leave you with this, that healthcare in America is exceptionally good. We are exceptionally good at helping people survive disease, But if we truly want longevity, vitality, and actually human potential, we must become equally skilled at creating health. Remember that first question? What causes health? That's the shift from pathogenesis to salutogenesis. We ask the question, we stop asking the question, what causes disease and how can we treat it? Till we start asking the new question, the much better question. We need to start asking the much better question, which is, what causes health? What causes health? We answer that in massive description, bold colors. We start doing that. You and I, we change the outlook of healthcare in America. No doubt about it. It's the only way we can. It's the only way we can. I'm Dr. Otto Janke. We'll see you next week.